Welcome to the realm of science fiction. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Enjoy listening. Jeff Benoit had spent years enjoying the tranquility of his retirement. He had lived a simple life, never married, and had always taken care of everything on his own. But as the years passed, his body began to betray him. The once energetic man now found it difficult to keep up with the demands of daily life. The weight of solitude and the monotony of his routine had left him feeling weary and unmotivated. For a long time, Jeff had been contemplating his situation, and he finally decided that he needed help. The solution, he thought, was to hire a caretaker. One day, Jeff approached his neighbor, Mark, who worked for the Space Council. Jeff explained his predicament and expressed his need for a caretaker. Mark, always eager to help, suggested an unconventional solution. Jeff, he said, I might be able to arrange something unique for you. What if I could find you an alien caretaker? Someone from another world who could assist you? Jeff, though surprised, was open to the idea. Mark, he replied, at this point, I don't care if they're human or alien. I just need help. Mark nodded in understanding and promised to return the next day with more information. The following morning, Jeff stepped outside to greet the sun as he always did. But this time, something extraordinary caught his eye. In his garden, standing within a soft, shimmering light, was a woman. She was humanoid in appearance, yet undeniably different. Her skin had a faint, purplish hue, and her eyes were strikingly beautiful, large, and luminous. Jeff stared at her in awe, a mix of shock and excitement coursing through him. The woman approached him with a gentle smile. Hello, she said, her voice calm and soothing. My name is Zara. Mark told me you needed a caretaker, so I've come to offer my assistance. Jeff, still processing the surreal situation, managed to stammer, yes, please come in. He opened the door wide, inviting her inside. Zara stepped in gracefully, her eyes curiously scanning the surroundings. Jeff led her to the living room, and they sat down together. Mark mentioned that you're not from around here, Jeff said with a nervous chuckle. But I'm glad to meet you. I hope we'll get along well. Zara inclined her head slightly. I'm pleased to meet you too, Jeff. It's my honor to be here and help you. I hope our time together will be enjoyable. Jeff found himself drawn to Zara's calm and nurturing demeanor. Her presence brought a sense of comfort he hadn't felt in years. The initial moments of their life together felt like the dawn of a new chapter for Jeff. Yet despite this newfound companionship, a lingering fear of mortality haunted him. His advancing age had left him feeling disconnected from life, and he often held himself back, afraid of what the future might hold. Zara, however, quickly noticed Jeff's lack of energy and motivation. She began to take extra care of him, preparing a special space tea every morning and engaging him in thoughtful conversations. Her attentiveness started to fill the void in Jeff's life, and gradually he began to feel more alive. Zara's presence was like a breath of fresh air, rekindling a spark within him. One evening, as they sat together in the living room, Zara shared a personal story. Jeff, she began softly, when I lived in space, I lost my father. He was a remarkable man, and I have many fond memories of him. Do you have cherished memories of your family, too? Jeff, touched by her openness, nodded. Yes, I do. But how old was your father when he passed away? Zara's expression softened, and she replied, he was 178 years old. Jeff's eyes widened in disbelief. 178? How is that possible? Humans don't live that long. Zara smiled gently, understanding his shock. Life in space is different, Jeff. Time doesn't work the same way there. Lifespans are much longer. In fact, some wealthy individuals fake their deaths on Earth and relocate to space to start anew. They live extended lives far beyond what's possible here. Jeff was captivated by this revelation. A glimmer of hope ignited within him. So, he asked thoughtfully, if I were to live in space, could I live to be that old too? Zara nodded. Yes, Jeff. If you move to space, a much longer life awaits you. The idea filled Jeff with excitement. He had found a new purpose, a new dream. Zara, he said with determination, I want to do this. I want to go to space and start a new life there. But how can I make it happen? Zara's eyes sparkled with encouragement. "We can ask Mark for help. He works for the Space Council and has the connections to make this possible. Let's talk to him and come up with a plan." Jeff immediately contacted Mark, who was both surprised and intrigued by Jeff's decision. "Jeff," Mark said, "this is a serious step, but if you're truly committed, I can help you. However, it won't be easy. There's a lot of preparation involved." Jeff didn't hesitate. "Whatever it takes, Mark. I'm ready." With Mark's guidance, Jeff began the arduous process of preparing for his journey to space. Zara stayed by his side, helping him through every step. She taught him about life in space, trained him for the physical demands of the journey, and provided emotional support. As the days passed, Jeff's fear of death began to fade, replaced by a renewed sense of hope and excitement. Finally, the day of departure arrived. Jeff, Zara, and Mark boarded the spacecraft together. As the ship ascended through Earth's atmosphere, Jeff felt a mix of exhilaration and anxiety. But Zara's reassuring presence kept him calm. The vastness of space unfolded before his eyes, and Jeff felt a profound sense of peace. He was embarking on a new beginning, leaving behind the limitations of his old life. When they arrived at the space station, Jeff was awestruck. The advanced technology, the breathtaking views of the cosmos, and the promise of a new life filled him with wonder. Zara gave him a tour of the station, explaining how life worked there. Jeff quickly adapted to his new environment, feeling more alive than he had in years. As time went on, Jeff thrived in space. Zara's companionship and the unique experiences of life in the cosmos rejuvenated him. The fear of mortality that had once consumed him was now a distant memory. He embraced his new life with enthusiasm, exploring the wonders of space alongside Zara. Each day brought new discoveries, new challenges, and new joys, and Jeff found himself feeling more alive than he had in decades. Life on the space station was unlike anything Jeff had ever known. The station, a marvel of advanced technology, was a self-sustaining habitat orbiting a distant star. Its large, panoramic windows offered breathtaking views of the cosmos, nebulae swirling in vibrant colors, distant galaxies glittering like diamonds, and the occasional comet streaking across the void. Jeff often found himself staring out at the stars, marveling at the vastness of the universe. Zara had become his guide, not just in navigating the station, but in understanding the intricacies of life in space. She taught him how to use the station systems, from the hydroponic gardens that grew their food to the zero-gravity exercise equipment that kept their bodies strong. Jeff, who had once struggled with the simplest tasks on Earth, now found himself adapting quickly to this new way of life. Their days were filled with purpose. Mornings began with a shared breakfast, often featuring exotic fruits and vegetables grown on the station. Zara would brew a special tea made from herbs native to her home planet, a drink Jeff had come to cherish. After breakfast, they would attend to their duties, Jeff assisting with maintenance tasks while Zara worked on her research, which involved studying the effects of long-term space travel on different species. One of the most exciting aspects of life on the station was the opportunity to explore. The station was equipped with a small shuttle which Zara and Jeff used to venture out into the cosmos. Their first trip together was to a nearby asteroid belt where they collected samples of rare minerals. Jeff, who had never been particularly adventurous, found himself exhilarated by the experience. Floating in zero gravity, with the infinite expanse of space around him, he felt a sense of freedom he had never known. On another occasion, they visited a neighboring space station inhabited by a species known as the Lumina. The Lumina were ethereal beings, their translucent bodies glowing softly in the dim light of their station. Jeff was initially nervous, but Zara reassured him. "They're peaceful and curious," she said. "They'll be fascinated to meet you." Indeed, the Lumina welcomed Jeff warmly, eager to learn about life on Earth. In return, they shared stories of their own history and culture, leaving Jeff in awe of the diversity of life in the universe. As the weeks turned into months, Jeff and Zara's bond deepened. They spent their evenings together in the station's observation deck, sipping tea and sharing stories. Jeff told Zara about his life on Earth, his childhood, his career, and the loneliness that had plagued him in his later years. Zara, in turn, shared tales of her home world, a planet with 3 suns and oceans that shimmered like liquid silver. One evening, as they watched a meteor shower streak across the sky, Jeff turned to Zara and said, "I never thought I'd feel this way again, alive, hopeful, happy. You've given me a second chance, Zara. I don't know how to thank you." Zara smiled, her eyes reflecting the starlight. "You don't have to thank me, Jeff. Seeing you thrive is all the reward I need." Jeff's newfound sense of purpose extended beyond his personal happiness. He began to assist Zara with her research, using his knowledge of engineering to improve the station systems. Together, they developed a new method for recycling water, which significantly increased the station's efficiency. Their work caught the attention of the Space Council, and Jeff was invited to present their findings at a conference on a nearby space colony. The conference was a turning point for Jeff. For the first time in his life, he felt valued for his contributions. Scientists and engineers from across the galaxy praised his work, and he even made a few friends among the attendees. Zara watched with pride as Jeff blossomed into a confident, capable individual. Life in space wasn't without its challenges. One day, the station's power systems malfunctioned, plunging them into darkness. Jeff and Zara worked tirelessly to repair the damage, their teamwork and mutual trust shining through. As they fixed the final connection and the lights flickered back on, Jeff turned to Zara and said, "I couldn't have done this without you." Zara placed a hand on his shoulder. "And I couldn't have done it without you. We make a great team, Jeff." Years passed, and Jeff's life in space became everything he had hoped for and more. He had found not just a new home, but a new family in Zara and the friends they had made along the way. The fear of death that had once haunted him was replaced by a deep appreciation for the time he had. Time that, thanks to the unique properties of space, stretched far beyond what he had ever imagined. One day, as they stood together in the observation deck, watching a supernova light up the distant sky, Jeff turned to Zara and said, "I used to be afraid of the end, but now I realize that every moment is a beginning. Thank you for showing me that." Zara smiled, her eyes filled with warmth. "The universe is full of beginnings, Jeff, and I'm glad we're sharing this one together." Jeff's story became an inspiration to many. His journey from a weary retiree on Earth to a thriving explorer in space was a testament to the power of hope, resilience, and the bonds we form with others. He and Zara continued their work, contributing to the advancement of science and the exploration of the cosmos. In the end, Jeff Benoit found not just a longer life, but a richer one. Surrounded by the beauty of the universe and the companionship of those he loved, he lived each day with gratitude and joy. And as he looked out at the stars, he knew that his journey was far from over. It was just beginning.